How many immigrated to the United States? According to the U.S. Census of 2000, 164,778 Americans claimed either Trinidadian or Tobaginian ancestry. The Immigration and Naturalization Service estimated that in 2000 there were 34,000 unauthorized residents as well, though this actual number is likely much higher. When did they immigrate? The immigration of Trinidadians and Tobaginians goes back to the 17th century. It is very much related to major waves of Caribbean immigration, which is why exact numbers of the population of the ethnic group cannot be determined. In 1619, indentured servants arrived at Jamestown, Virginia, and worked as free people. In the 20th century, there have been three waves of immigration. The first wave, from 1900s to 1920s. Between 1899, the number went from 411 to 12,245 in 1924. The actual number has, as I said before, was probably a lot higher. Immigration fell after 1924 when the U.S. enacted quotas on African and Caribbean countries. By 1930s, there were only 177,981 documented foreign blacks, most of Trinidadians and Tobaginians entering the U.S. at the time were industrial workers, civil servants, or former soldiers. During the Great Depression, the number of immigrants dropped. The second wave was between late 1930s and 1960s. This was the weakest wave. There were new immigration laws passed preventing them from immigrating. The immigrants were discriminated against and didn't come over. Only 100 could come in yearly by 1962. The people that came during this wave were middle class, white-collar workers, students, and people who wanted to join their families in the United States. The U.S. Naval Base was opened on Trinidad in 1940. They served under the U.S. Virgin Islands and Florida, so most of them migrated to get jobs and improve their economic opportunities. Between 1960 and 1965, because of policies restricting a certain amount of immigrants, only 2,598 immigrants came to the U.S. The third wave was from 1965